Hi everyone. I want to share with you a tip on using builder punches. This punch is from the September to December 2023 mini catalog. It is called Pick of the Patch Builder Punch, and it goes with the Pick of the Patch stamp set. Very cute set. When you look at the punch, you can see that it punches out many different shapes at the same time, but the stamp set just has individual shapes on it. So if we want to put the stamps on the block in a way that's going to line up with the punch, we can make a template. So to make a template, let's move the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. And I took 2 pieces of cardstock. These are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I just put them individually into the punch all the way down as far as it would go, and then try to get an even margin on each side. So I punched that twice, and I glued them together with liquid glue. Now, when you're gluing them together, you don't need to worry about if this outside edge is going to line up. You only need to worry about the punched images. So you're going to line up the punched images the best you can. And if you don't like how the outer edges look later, you can always trim those off. But those aren't important. Just this punched image is important. You can use more than 2 if you want it to be thicker. But I found 2 worked good enough for this set. I like to put them under a stack of books to dry, which helps keep it nice and flat. So once you're ready to use your template, you want to make sure that you're not putting it on your surface the wrong direction. If you just look at the punch and line up your template so that it is in the same position as on the punch, and just set that down. I put it on a dark surface so you can see the holes better. And then I took the stamp, used the side that you put the ink on down into the hole, and just fit it in there the best you can. Probably the thicker the template, the easier it is to fit that in there. And take the other pumpkin, and fit it into that hole. Then you take your acrylic block and you just set it on to pick up, give it a good press, and pick up the stamps. Now hopefully they're lined up in a way that will help us punch them later. I'm just going to stamp it with 1 color. But if you wanted to stamp it with 2 colors, say maybe yellow on this one and orange on this one, always ink first with the lighter color. So I would ink this one with the yellow and then ink this one with the orange, just taking the edge of the stamp set, you know, trying not to get it on that one. But we do have a product called Stampin' Spots, which are these tiny little ink pads. And they make it even easier when you're trying to put more than 1 color on a stamp to get it in the right place. So let's give this a try and see how well we did. I'm just going to ink this up and stamp it. I like to put a foam surface underneath photopolymer stamps because they don't have foam like rubber stamps do. Now we'll see if it lines up. I'll put it in our punch, and look at that, it lines up pretty darn good. So now we've got 2 pumpkins. I did not put the leaf on the same block because I'm going to do it in a totally different color. Wanted it in green. So I put it on a long strip like this. And I only stamp 1 at a time because when you put it in here, you'll see that the punch is going to punch out more areas than Where did our stamp go? There it is. Than we wanted it to, really. So this way you can see where you're, to punch the next one so that you're not getting any of it chopped off by the punch. So then you could stamp another one and punch it and get as many leaves as you want. Okay. And then I'll show you a few cards I made with this particular stamp set. Here's a Halloween card. You're the pick of the patch. This one is a Thanksgiving card, a harvest of blessings. On the inside I used biggest wishes and alphabet for the saying. And this one is an autumn birthday card. This sentiment is from Go To Greetings. So you don't want to get rid of your template once you have done this. You want to just store it right in the stamp case with your stamps. Then the next time you're going to use this, it'll be all ready for you. So I hope that gave you some ideas of how to make it easier to use the builder punches. And we'll see you again soon. Happy stamping!